Would you like to learn and have a testimonial about nanoplasty? Now is the time for you. Hello, welcome to SOS Flora. My name is MJ. I'm a Nanoplasty Specialist educator, and I'm here today to show you, hairdresser, a safe way to achieve the OMG effect in any hair type right on your first application. Welcome all of you. I'm overseas, so that's why I messed up with the time. I thought it was now, and then I had an issue as well. But I'm here, and I hope you guys are with your heart open to learn everything today. So today I've got someone very, very special that I've been talking for a long time. She's been a good friend, a good student, and today I really want to show you guys her, this amazing student that she's been having amazing results, and that's why I invited her to be part of this live today. And also, it's also very good to hear people that are real. You know what I mean? It's not only me talking about the solution and also about the method. So let me invite her to this live right now. Let me see when she's gonna appear. Okay. Yay! She came in. Hello, honey. How are you?
Morning. I'm good. How are you?
Thank you so much for coming, even though the time is wrong. Thank you so much for the waiting in the weekend. Cherie, I'm gonna start asking you a little bit about who you are. Yep. If you can please tell us, your name and how long you've been in the industry. What is your specialties? Would be amazing for us to understand a little bit more about you.
Yeah. Okay. My name's Cherie. I've been hairdressing in the industry actively for 38 years.
Wow.
Always sort of had a really big interest in straightening hair techniques.
Yeah.
Always had a really big problem, mainly finding one suitable for my own hair. So I've been using keratin in the salon probably for the past 15 to 17 years. Wow. Getting pretty good results for clients that just have general fluff, but not really good results for people that, like myself, have quite curly hair. Yeah. I went on the search trying to find something. Up until, I sort of specialise in a lot of colouring and grey coverage as well. So, but this is where I'm sort of wanting to branch out to. Yeah.
I remember I recall actually the first contact we had. And, she came to the training, and it was very interesting because it took a while for her to, I think, be aware that it was actually a solution. And this is the reality of a lot of my clients. I think this market, especially the straightening industry, there is so much promises around. My promise can do this, with my promise you can do this and that, and not many promises that you can really rely on and say, okay, this is something that I can really trust and I can really offer to my clients. That I have this often, people coming, having a look, staying there a little bit, watching if some more people are doing. And as soon as I got you in, I was like, this is a lady. Remember that we recorded an interview? Yeah. I was like, this is a lady that once she believes, she's going to believe 100%. And this is so good. I'm going to go to the second question now. What was the difficult you had before knowing, the Nanoplasty Specialist method? What was your difficult in the salon in this regards to straightening, in the brands that you had with you back in the time? What was the difficult, and what actually triggered you to look to something different?
Well, definitely getting the hair straight, like the curl. Also with blonde hairs, even like I was using a keratin product that was purple based, but even with my own hair, my hair would just end up like bright yellow.
Wow.
Also, like my long time keratin clients, they'd have it done more often, so they were getting like sort of straighter results on the end, but they were losing all their volume in their hair. Like their hair started feeling really, really thin. Colouring afterwards, like, okay, it was fine to do like a semi or a permanent, but adding like highlights or something to their hair that, you know, their hair was just getting really compromised.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's just those sort of issues that you just sort of couldn't overcome with using other straightening products.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's kind of that way of you have to choose. You can't have
Yeah.
everything. And that's how really I grew up, because I don't like my natural, hair color. I feel that I look so much older with the darker hair, and my hair is quite dark. So I
Yeah.
remember that I want to be straight and blonde, and I couldn't. I had to choose what you want to go. You can't do both. You just can't,
Yeah.
because my hair, it's not the type of hair that really can sustain a lot of damage. You know what I mean? It's a very fine hair, so anything compromises my hair a lot. People with thick
Yeah.
hair, even when the hair is compromised, they still can go, and if they lose some hair, it's not a big deal. But for me, any inch of hair loss, it's a big deal, because it's
Yeah.
not a lot of hair. It's a thin hair that gets fragile quite, often, very easily. So I hated the fact that I had to choose or one or the other.
Yeah.
Laura's asking, where you based, Cherie?
I'm in Perth, in the Midland area, so servicing 6056 and surrounds. Yeah, I've got a little home salon, so just one-to-one I do. So yeah.
That's amazing. Now tell me a little bit more about, you don't need to share numbers if you don't feel comfortable, but do you feel that after the nanoplasty, you had an increase of revenue, like increase of clients, increase of authority? Do you feel that increased the amount of money that you received in your salon?
Yeah, definitely. And it's starting to sort of like snowball. Like the interest is way more than what it was with keratin, because people are actually seeing the before and the after results, and it sort of piques their interest. Like, wow, is that really straight? Have you actually just blast dried that hair afterwards? Have you not put the straighteners through it? The answer is no. Everything is just blast dried after the final wash. So
That's so
yeah, I mean, I was even skeptical myself until I come to the look and learn,
yeah.
and yeah, I was just like, wow. So yeah, it's definitely starting to snowball, and there's a lot of interest. Yeah,
That's
and
so
I've
so
already
good.
done return clients. So yeah, in the past 10 months, what I've done, I've got one lady. She's coming back for her third treatment in a week's time, and I've got other ladies that have already come back for their second. Yeah, and everyone is just in love with it,
That's
as
so
am I. So
amazing.
yeah, yeah,
But there is something very important about that, because, Cherie, I've been selling this product now for almost 6 years, and there is a lot of salons using it. And I can notice that some salons, they really fly, and they have this, they so into it that they understand a lot. And I think you are one of them, and that's why I invited you, because I say I want people that they really jump in to understand everything. And I feel that you've done that. And I
yeah,
can see the difference clearly, because some salons, I'm going to call them and they're going to say, yeah, I've been using nanoplasty mine. I've been using nanoplasty for a long time. Did you feel any interest of people? Yeah, here and there. And then I think to myself, how come you have a solution that you can transform everybody's hair type from absolutely a completely different position? How can this be average to you?
yeah.
And I feel that they don't fully understand. Myself doesn't matter. So my next question is, how did you hear about the revolutionary treatment? How did you hear about nanoplasty? How was your first encounter with nanoplasty?
Yeah. So I was like searching for something that would hopefully give better results than a keratin, and I was just on a hairdressing group on Facebook, and I asked the question, about a keratin, and someone just said, "Have you tried nanoplasty?" And I was like, "What is nanoplasty?" And with that, me being me, just went into my search engine, and up popped the Fluoractive. So then I searched Fluoractive on Instagram, and then I started watching your videos.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wow, okay, I need to know more. And then I started messaging you, asking you 1,000 questions. I'm sure I was completely annoying. And then as soon as I found out you were coming to Perth to do a look and learn, I was there. I just wanted to see it in action and learn more, because I just knew I wanted to bring it into my salon. Yeah.
That's amazing. And you know what? As soon as we started advertising nanoplasty, I remember that we received a lot of hate because people were very skeptical to the way of saying mine. Um, it's impossible. Something that is free of chemicals, harsh chemicals, something that makes the hair straight in the first application, something that can be done blonde without making the hair brassy, something that doesn't generate a really toxic fume, something that you can wash the hair on the same day, something that you can color. Really, they were really skeptical. And how did you hear about it? And like what I want to take from you, Cherie, is a lot of people get the same thought and they just don't go ahead because they think it's too much of a lie. It's too much. It's not possible. You know, I've been doing this for 30 years and I know that it's no way you can do nanoplasty and color on the same day, or you can't bleach your hair that soon. It's going to break the hair. You know, I want to know what made you to go, even though that was going so much against everything you've learned with keratin. Why you gave us a chance?
Yeah, I was purely just intrigued. Yeah, so I just thought, why not? So obviously, when we go the look and learn, like you gave us a couple of little sample bottles. So I just straight away took them back to my salon and I just did a couple of friends' hair.
Yeah.
And straight away I was just like, wow, this is just something really different. But obviously, you know, it's more than just a straightening. You've got to learn the technique. There's pre-treatments.
Yes.
There's so much more to learn, like learning that you can actually colour their hair the same day, straight after the treatment. Mixing the two solutions together, and yeah, it's for people that still think it's a keratin just labelled in a different format. They're just so wrong. It's just so much more. Yeah,
Especially
yeah,
now with so many brands using the term nanoplasty. And yesterday it was so funny because my team sent me a little video and they say, how can we put like a description on the video? And then I say, put there that it's one of my roles to create trends. Because really, when I see now so many other brands calling themselves nanoplasty, and some of them, they don't have even the courage to change the bottle to something different. Because a few days ago, a client sent to me, hey, I've been using this brand for a long time, and look at the bottle. And then they just released a new version. Look at the bottle. Exactly the same. They just rubbed the word keratin and they put nanoplasty. So I was like,
yeah.
okay. And she's like, how can I trust that this is nanoplasty? It's written, and even the same benefits, it's written the same. So the same thing is just written nanoplasty now.
Well,
Oh my
that's it.
God, it was incredible.
Well,
So one
you
thing,
still see you still even
no,
see online like people discussing it in groups and stuff,
yeah,
and there's clients saying, I had nanoplasty done, but I've been told I can't swim for 24 hours and I can't wash it straight away. And I'm just like, that's not nanoplasty. You can swim straight away, and your hair should be washed before you even leave the salon. So, yeah, there's people obviously still misinformed
yeah,
on how it's supposed to be
yeah.
used. So,
And
yeah,
but that's our role, you know.
yeah,
Our role is talk and talk and talk and make people aware. Because imagine if someone come to you first instead of me and say, Cherie, nanoplasty it's something a little bit better than keratin. You know, you're gonna have a straight to results. It would be very hard for you to really understand because you will have that information closed on your brain and you wouldn't be after to learn what you know what really is. It counts on us, the professionals that are using that understand, to be exposing guys what you know about keratin. It's completely different. If you do the same steps, you're not going to have the same results, and you know, and etc. But first, I would like to ask you as well, do you remember your first nanoplasty attempt? How was your
yeah.
experience on that?
Oh, my first one I done was it was amazing. She was actually she's a very long-term client, and she's one of my long-term keratin clients.
Nice.
So she actually booked in and we did a hair, and oh my
Mm-hmm.
God, it was just amazing. I actually got the OMG on my very, very first one
That's
that I done.
amazing.
And she was so excited because she was heading off the week later to go to Thailand for 3 weeks. And she was just amazed. She was like, oh my God, my hair was just amazing. I just washed it and left it. I didn't go fluffy. And I mean, she's travelled with keratin treatment in her hair before, but she still had to take a hairdryer. She still had to like round brush it as you do with a keratin. And, you know, just all that sort of really does is when you go out in the humidity, you're just not going to hit fluff. But she said
Yeah.
she didn't have to do anything to her hair. It was just
Wow.
amazing to travel with. Yeah. So that was the very first one I done. So
That's
I
good.
was, from that moment, I was hooked. Yeah. Hooked.
Do you had any situation where you couldn't achieve the OMG effect, and how did you feel about that?
Yes, I had one. And luckily it was on one of my very best friends. And I
Yeah.
actually did reach out to you. It was all because she was blonde and her hair's kind of fragile.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just didn't have the heat up quite warm enough or
Mm-hmm.
hot enough.
Yeah.
And I actually placed the product a little bit too close to her scalp, so we got like a residue like a week after. So yeah, and the great thing was you sort of helped me through it, and we could go straight in like a week later, and we just redone it,
Yeah.
and her hair was perfect. So
That's really,
yeah,
really,
but
really amazing.
that's the only one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah,
And then I know that you started as a nanoplast as a salon buying the product, but then there was a change where you decided to become a nanoplasty specialist. And I want to
yeah.
know what made you do this change, you know, this okay, buying the product and kind of doing the basics, it's one thing, and then becoming a nanoplasty specialist is another thing. So tell me about this change.
Yeah, I just wanted to know and to feel secure with every kind of hair type that would book in or walk into my salon. I
Yeah.
wanted to be confident and know exactly whether they needed, you know, 3 pre-treatments prior or just one or none, and sort of how I would test to
Yeah.
know what heat was going to be suitable for the hair type before I went through and did the whole hair, which I've seen some people do. They've done the whole hair and then like asked, why is the hair yellow? And it's like, why did you keep going all the way through when the hair was yellow on the first few passes, you know? Yeah, just I just felt there was this, I just wanted to be really secure and actually learn the techniques properly,
Yeah.
and just knowing that each head of hair is different, and you have to look at it different, and you're going to have to slightly adjust,
Yeah.
not even just your technique, but most of the time you have to adjust the solutions that you're also using on each client's head of hair
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, yeah,
And I feel, Cherie, that this is not something that I could share to everyone. That's the feeling I have, only because not everyone are really looking for perfection. A lot
yeah,
of them are just looking for another option, or some many, many, many salons, they are kind of forced now to nanoplasty. So much that I had
yeah.
an experience of a few weeks ago. A really big salon called us and he said, oh, I would love to have nanoplasty in the salon, blah, blah, blah. And then I said, you know that I messaged you guys in 2021? I messaged you guys many years ago. And the owner of the salon got really pissed because she's like, how come you messaged us 2021 and nobody from my business told me that? We could be one of the leading salons with this solution. And now I'm starting everything in 2024, and then I say, but don't worry about it. If you are interested to become a leading salon, start from the Nanoplasty Specialist course.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
a lot of salons don't get it. Or why you are trying to sell something that you should be giving for free. It's not about that. I'm providing support, intense support for people that wants to become a specialist. It's very different than buying a product and using the step by step. You can do
Yeah.
that for anything. You can do that buying a color and just follow the instructions of the manufacturer and just have the average results. But if you want to know everything about that color, it's some investment that you need to do of your time and the time of the manufacturer as well to be able to make you a
Yeah.
specialist. Now I would like to know if you would know that becoming a nanoplasty specialist will give you all this transformation, would you jump straight away in, Cherie?
Yes, I would have. Yeah. And I actually would have loved to have done the course before, but something personal popped up where I couldn't have, but I so wish I could
Yeah.
have. Yeah, I would have been in that door as quick as I possibly could have. And you know, the great thing is like all the one-on-one live streams that we were doing with you on the Monday afternoon is like there's not one question that any of us asked you that you could not honestly answer, and also in depth. And the other good thing is sometimes the other students actually asked questions that you possibly wouldn't even think of asking yourself. So yeah, to delve further into it is it's the way to go. It's it's and you know it's so much more than just a straightening product. Yeah.
You know what I've heard? I went to New Zealand a few days ago and I had a student from the course in there. And then she told me in front of everyone, I was so impressed. She said, MJ, I've learned more about straightening with you than actually my whole time as a hairdresser. I've
Yeah.
learned more with you during the time of the Nanoplasty Specialist course that I've learned in TAFE. I can't believe it, how much knowledge you have in regards to straightening and how much confident I feel now of doing it. She came to the Look and Learn just to tell me that because she said, I know exactly what you're going to do. I feel confident of even helping you with this hair. And I had a challenging hair. Let's talk about that. It was
Yeah.
a really challenging hair that I had in New Zealand. And she said, I feel totally confident to even tell you what you're going to do. And I was impressed. I was like, wow, you know, this is so much as a teacher that makes me feel accomplished. Now, Cherie, how many hairs have you done in a day? Have you had like a challenging day where you had so many? Have
Oh,
you
the
had
most
any?
yeah, no. The most I've done is two because I work on my own.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's safe.
So
You know, you're gonna do two, and you're gonna, you know, make sure that you are doing that.
that's it.
Now, I
And
would
my
like,
old body.
yeah, I know I've done
No
a
spring
few, you
chicken
know,
anymore.
mistakes in the past of doing a lot of nanoplasties in
Yeah.
one day. It was a killer,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, it was so good. Another thing I would like to ask you is, there is any inside of the course? There was any specific part that really got you impressed? You was like, how come I didn't ever heard about it? How come I didn't ever knew about that? There was anything that called your attention in particular?
I really enjoyed our sessions on Monday, our big group sessions.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were really, really informative. But I must say, like the videos, they're great just to refer back to, and the PDFs that come with them. Very helpful if you just on the spot with a client, and you
Yeah.
just want to like double
Yeah.
check, like reassure yourself. Everything's just there at your fingertips.
That's so
Yeah, yeah,
good. You know what? When I was designing the course, to be honest, the way I did was like I took a paper and I wrote it down, everything I would love to have for myself. And I thought
yeah,
I could be much quicker in my knowledge. I could do that much more efficient if I had this. So I wrote it down and then I say, when I have my own, I'm going to make sure that the person receives everything I would love to have received. I want this intensity. I want to understand everything, all the angles. I want to have support. I want someone that I message and they're going to be able to respond to me, not saying, hello, thank you so much. I'm going to pass your question through. And then when they have the time, they're going to be back. So much that I really involve myself in everything very personally, you know, and this is so important for me as a person. You know, that thing when it says, do for someone what would you like to receive? That's
exactly.
exactly what I've done. I've
Yeah,
said, this is what I would love to have
yeah,
received when I started, because I had to learn everything on my own through a lot of fails, you know, through a lot of hair models that it didn't go the way I wanted to be able to impact, you know, in that way.
yeah.
But another thing that I would like to ask you, what is your biggest dream, Cherie, as a hairdresser?
Oh, look, I'd like to sort of branch out and be mostly just a proactive nanoplasty salon. I'd like to keep just my original clients that I've done over the years, obviously just for their colouring service and stuff, but this is where I'd just love to branch. This is, I can honestly say in the 38 years I've been in this industry, there hasn't been a product that has excited me in the way that this product has. Like, it's just, I've just been looking for something like this for like basically my whole life, like,
Oh my
because I
God,
hate
that's
my
so
own hair.
beautiful.
So it's revolutionary. I just love it. It's just exciting. Yeah.
That's so good to hear that. It really makes me like it touched my heart because I feel that I transfer that, you know, this excitement and this love to my clients, and especially the Nanoplasty Specialist students, how you guys become so advocate and how much you guys learn and believe. Like sometimes I see the text that you, especially you, write on the group, and I was like, look at her giving all these advices and telling them do this, do that. And I love that. I really feel, as a teacher, I feel accomplished. I feel like this is what, you know, when you feel like I've done my duty, I feel that, you know, everything is now the way I always dream, which is having my students confident, having my
Well,
students know exactly what they're doing.
well, education is key, isn't it? So, like, and if you can pass that on, just a little bit of information to someone, if it's going to get them really excited, like, and what, you know, you don't want to just like, well, I know this and I just want to keep it to myself because I just want everyone to come to me. No, like, everyone should have this in their salon. Like, there's room for everyone, and it's just like, build it. Like, it's exciting, and I just hope everyone gets the same excitement and out of it as what I have found. Yeah.
And
It's great.
and you know what the feeling I have? A few days ago, I was going in a shopping center, and there was this salon. And I looked to the products and I didn't see myself in there. Because right now, I don't know everybody by heart, you know, that uses the product. If I search the name and etc., I can, but I don't have by heart. So I was looking if they have any fluoractive product, because in my head, I was like, man, they could be having and doing so much more money. They could be doing so much more quality of services here if they had our products there. And it's not only about feeling, you know, that we are trying to say that we are perfect. It's not about that. It's just like we have consistent results. You can promise something to your clients. You can have the authority on your region. You can receive the money for it. You know,
Yeah.
I don't see any specialists, any nanoplasty specialists having trouble of pricing the service. You know, I don't see
No.
them having
Not,
this difficulty because they know what they're doing. They know which results they're going to expect, and they feel totally confident about it. So they feel confident even to charge. So there is anything about pricing that you feel like that you know you don't feel you don't have any problems of pricing it. Do you find that a true in your life?
yeah, no, I don't find, and you're not going to see the client as often as you do with a keratin. Like, most of my regular keratins were like every 3-4 months, and
Yeah.
they were happy to spend, you know, on hair sort of like this length. They were still happy with their aftercare products to walk out like $450. So I start at that price without aftercare, but I'm going to see them every 6 to 9 months. I do have one client, she likes to come every 4 months because she hates any kind of curl in her regrowth, but that's good. She's happy to do that. I'm happy to do it for her. So
Yeah.
yeah, everyone's different. Obviously, every head of hair is different as well. Some people aren't going to get the 9 months. Some people are only going to get the 6 months. But
Yeah.
yeah, no,
But still,
like,
they still living with the best, you know, on their hair,
yeah,
and
and
they know
you know,
that.
not
And
going to
I
have to
feel
do their hair.
and I feel
Yeah,
that the clients now, when they come back, they say, holy moly, my hair looks so much better. It's so much healthier. Or then, you know, the surprise when they come in and you say, how much your hair has grown. You know, I see often this
yeah,
happening. Or
definitely.
I get from the models, you know, I message them, I organize the training sessions, and then they message me. They always message me, if you need any model, please call me. If you need anyone, please call me. And then I say, send me a photo. If I need you, I will let you know. Their hair is so much longer. And I was like,
Yeah,
wow,
definitely. Well, that's
that's
because
so,
it's also repairing the hair. It's not just straightening the hair, it's repairing the hair.
yeah,
Yeah. It's
that's,
hydrating the hair. It's,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
At the end, it makes a huge difference. Now, I would like to know if you achieve anything that you always dream with nanoplasty. Tell me if you have been to a place or if you bought anything that you always wanted. I want to know financially how nanoplasty was a transformation for you.
Um, yeah, it's definitely made week to week a lot financially easier.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm still wanting to grow. Like it's,
Yeah.
you know, it's still sort of snowballing and building, but I'm definitely feeling more confidence after doing the specialist course. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
obviously we're going on a nice holiday in October, so it's nice to have that little bit more extra spending money when we're away.
Yeah,
So, but yeah, no, it's going to be bigger and better and greater, and
that's
yeah,
good.
I'm really hoping it's going to build up really, really well.
Oh, you
Yeah,
will. It's just
because
a
I
matter
just
of
love it.
time.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just a matter
it
of time.
is. Yeah.
But like, I think the money, it's not everything. It's
Oh
actually
no,
this
definitely not.
accomplishment of I'm doing something that I have so much joy in doing it, and it's so
Yeah,
much fun. And I feel that I have a family, a community now that I belong to, and everyone think the
yeah,
same. Because I really love every time we have the meetings together. Because when I'm inside of a group that are with the same mindset of the Nanoplasty Specialist, it's just so incredible how everyone thinks the same, and I can talk so much deeper about things because everyone there is
yeah.
in the same level of understanding.
That's it. And everyone in the group is really supportive of each other and very encouraging with each other. And it's really nice thing to see in our industry. Like
Yeah.
it's just yeah, it's lovely. It really is nice to see like people really supporting each other in each other's salons and successes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's so
yeah,
beautiful. Now,
yeah.
if you had something in your heart to say to someone that are thinking about it or just heard about nanoplasty, tell them something from your heart about becoming a nanoplasty specialist.
Yeah, I would highly suggest if you're sort of on the border fence of like thinking about bringing your salon, I would, if you can, my big thing to do would be go to a look and learn. Like, because I know if you watch the videos, I know a lot of people still sitting on fence going, it can't be that callosity, it can't be that straight. Yeah, go to a look and learn. You will see. It's exactly what MJ posts. It's exactly what we all post. And then do some models. And then my next and most important recommendation would be definitely enroll into the specialist program. You're going to learn every single little in and out of how to, do the treatment to the best possible advantage that you can. Like there's so much to learn. It's not like, okay, like, like I had been doing keratin for 15 years, never had training. You just buy the bottles and every single head of hair you did, you basically just did it the same. Every head of hair, like you apply, you shampoo, you apply the product, you're just passing this, drying it off, you're passing the straightener. Every head of hair was done the same. You cannot do that with nanoplasty. You cannot do every head of hair the same. It's completely different. The mixes are different. The pre-treatments you're going to do on people are different. So in my opinion, it's really makes sense, and it's important that you learn how to do it properly. So it's been a great investment, and I would just, honestly, don't think twice. I would just jump in feet first and just grab hold of it and run with it, because I wish I had done it sooner. Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
that's amazing
And
to hear.
honestly, MJ, there's never been one question that you just cannot answer or help with, and that goes for your team as well. Your team are just fantastic. You would have to be one of the, well, no, you are probably definitely the best company that I've dealt with in my 38 years of hairdressing. Like nothing's ever too hard for you guys. You're just so helpful. Yeah, I just can't speak highly enough of you and your team. Yeah.
Oh my God, thank you so much, Cherie, for your participation here. It really makes my heart feel with so much joy, and I knew that this interview would be amazing only because you are so dedicated. You are one of my best students, 100%, and I think you put your heart in and you understand everything, and so you speak to so much confidence now. I feel so happy as a teacher to see your, you know, how much you were involved and how much you grew
Yeah,
and how much you're gonna grow. You know, this is just
yeah,
the beginning. You are in the
yeah,
beginning of
definitely.
this growth journey, and I'm very excited for you. Thank you so much for
Yeah,
participating today, honey.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah, thanks
Thank,
so much.
thank you
Have a
very
great
much. If you can click on the
day.
cross here in the corner. So I will just
No
invite
worries.
whoever are here. Thank you
Okay.
so much, honey.
Bye.
It
See
was very
everyone.
good to
Bye.
have you here. Now, if you guys are here thinking about how can I know and how can I become an anaplasty specialist, I'm here to tell you today something very exciting. I would love to invite you to become an anaplasty specialist today. How it's gonna happen? First of all, give you guys a step-by-step of what to do exactly on the look and learn that we have online, which is the Journey OMG effect. When it's gonna happen, this journey, it's gonna happen on the 26th to the 1st of September. So if you'd like to participate, it's very simple. Just type here in the comments OMG. As soon as you type OMG, we're gonna have someone sending you a link and you're going to be able to participate on this journey. What is going to happen on this journey? On the journey, I'm going to teach you a very challenging hair. You're going to be able to see with your own eyes the whole application from beginning to end of a very challenging hair. So if you are still thinking about, I'm not too sure, watch it first. Watch it first, and then you're going to be able to understand everything. So come and participate on this Look and Learn online, which is the Journey OMG effect. And this event is going to help you so much to have a full visibility of what is nanoplasty and what you need to do to become a nanoplasty specialist. So if you'd like to participate, it's going to be from the 26th to the 1st of September. It's going to be in the morning, but you're going to have the whole day to watch the video. Also, just put OMG here on the comments. My team is going to send you a message as soon as you get into the website. You're going to type your email address, your phone number, and you're going to click on the button to join. As soon as you click on the button, you're going to be directed to the WhatsApp group. As soon as you get to the WhatsApp group, then what's going to happen with you? You're going to have someone reminding you of the time that it's going to start, and it's going to be much easier. So Rajan Deep, that you want to order, you can send a message on my team on WhatsApp or also inbox here on Instagram. We're going to help you with your order, okay? But that was it, guys. Thank you so much for your participation today. It was amazing to have you guys here for all this time. And don't forget, OMG on the comments for us to send you a message. I will see you on the next live. Bye.